Okay. Yeah, I know. I'm late and gay. I forgot I had to do I set up the schedule on Saturday. I didn't remember it was Monday. I didn't remember. Now I remembered. As soon as I was done with everything, I was reorganizing my kitchen. And I was like, oh, I'm so tired. Let me go do something. And I was like, wait a moment. What time is it? It was already like 9:20. And I was like, oh no. Oh no. Anyway, how's everybody doing? You doing okay? I'm doing tired. That's why I have a matcha latte. That's what I have today. Why is my speaker on? Can kind of hear it. The boss hates us sometimes. Sometimes, maybe. Yeah. Why not? Why not? I want to be like the cool VTubers and hate my audience. How about that? I should be like, you know what? I'm gonna write that down so I can remember to hate you. Cause I'll forget. I said it a lot. You said I had a lot. Yeah, I don't know if it's necessarily a lot. I feel like yapping though. I feel like I've been watching a lot of stuff about that situation involving Novel Horizons. Some people saying it's not a scam, it's just a bad business venture. Some people saying it's totally a scam. And I'm sitting here going, it has to be. It has, like, you know that whole saying where it's like, don't attribute, what is that? What stupidity to malice? Baby, I think it's malicious as fuck. I personally, after everything I've seen, I saw Shondo talk about it, and I was like, yeah, I think it's malicious as fuck. I think it's very malicious. What thumbnail are you using? Hold on, for YouTube, I'm using the Chinese censorship thumbnail of the Higurashi anime. Yes. Yes, I am. So, yeah. And you will accept it. There it is. It sure looks that way. Yeah. So, I saw people talk about how expensive it is to run that kind of business. And this, that, and the other. And I get it. I get the numbers. I understand. But I'm going to ask this question. Maybe I should just have a Zatsu. I'm going to ask this question before we start. Who the fuck did they pay? Because I saw that some of the warehouse workers were not getting paid anything. Some of the VTubers didn't get paid anything. They said they made the figures. We don't know. We don't even know what the warehouse really looked like. What was in there. They don't give an address. They don't give anything. No pictures, no nothing. They're in cahoots with other organizations like MSM and what was the other one? I'm trying to remember off the top. Show me the melted figures. That's what I want to see, bro. That's what I want to fucking see. Yeah, surely you have a picture. I mean, who did they pay? I saw, what's her, she has a cute model too. Gosh darn it, what's her name? Skua-chan? She's like a cat and an octopus squid thingy. She does artwork. She has a very cute model. She has a very thick accent of some sort. Well, she said that she was working for them. Yes, Skua-chan. And she didn't get paid! And they wanted to use her artwork for some dakimakuras! And I was like, the fuck you mean? They still wanted it! They were trying to, like, pressure her into... We should just watch all of that later. I'm gonna save it all and we should just have a Zatsu done. Because I think some people some people don't know this information. Like, I was watching the Dizzy video, and the whole time in the back of my brain, I'm going, yeah, but that doesn't mean you have to lie. Yeah, you did bad business, but that doesn't mean you have to lie to the VTubers and be like, yeah, we'll pay you. Yeah, we'll pay you. Oh, they can't actually pay you. If they knew that, when did they know that? And why? Yeah, there it goes. That's all I want to say. Non-shady company don't need a lie. If you fuck up, you fuck up. I understand. I'm not stupid. I understand. But if it's business venture after business venture and you're not paying people what you owe, like, we'll get into it some other day, but, like, you owe somebody $40,000, dude. Like, you owe people thousands of dollars. And the fucked up part about it, even if it was, oh, it's a bad business venture. It's just, whoops. Whoopsie daisies. Like, it's a bad venture altogether. Even if it was that, why didn't you just come out and tell them the truth then? And why aren't you trying to fix things out in the public? Why aren't you trying to do that? Why does it take VTubers to come out and have some remorse, but you don't? You obviously don't. And you don't give a shit. That's my big problem. Not that you fucked up, per se. You did fuck up. But how you handle the fuck up. They're handling it, to me, is indicative of shady business. But that's, maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm the fucking crazy one. But I've been hearing what people have been saying about it. And I've gone back and listened to some of the situation involving MSM, the talent agency. And my god, that contract. Like, there's so much you can go back and listen to and just go, wow, if he touched that, and he touched this, and he touched something else, and I'm not surprised. Good evening, Forestata. Forestator? Or Forestator. Yeah. Hi. Okay. Let me see if I can find, because there's Higurashi is supposed to be on the screen. The other thing I wanted to talk about too was some of the stuff for Offkai. We could do a watch along of a little behind the scenes of VTC TV. How did you guys like it? Did you guys like VTC TV? Huh? Oh man. That's just the cost of doing business, baby. Yeah, that's yeah. You have to be a dick. You have to be an asshole to be a business guy. I don't think that's necessarily true. It just so happens that a lot of the time it is. Oh man, you like the VTC TV skits? Good, because you're gonna get more. Good. Okay, where were we? Oh yeah. So, I've been playing this for over 2 years now. There are over 1.5 million words in this silly VN. And we are on the Answers Arc section. So, if you want to watch it, you have to go to my YouTube and go to the Higurashi playlist. And click on the second video, not the first one. The first one I was just trying to get my bearings. And then the second video I installed the mod that helps read better. That helps present this VN better. Anyway, if your business plan isn't accounting for the future, you're not running a business, you're running a scam. I just want to know who the fuck they paid. That's all. I just want to know who the fuck they pay, because it seems as though people are coming out and saying they did not pay me. I worked and they did not pay me. That's all. Let's see. Continue. Oh, that's when I had to stop him from stealing my man. So we end of chapter 9. Oh, Lord. Yes. Oh, so is this the part where we snuck? We already did the storage part when we snuck into the storehouse and we found the demonic tools of the cock and ball torture. I'm trying to remember. Where were we? Oh, we killed our grandma. That's what it was! We killed our grandma! And I was... Yeah. I was Shion, not Mion. This whole time. Which is awesome. Anyway. Went back and checked once. It's like 170 hours of VODs. Yes. And it's excellent. It's so much fun! You can totally catch up. Is she dead or uncut? No, we checked. She's dead. We checked. She's dead. Let's see.
The person who had been watching me since I snuck into the shrine storage. I sensed this person sitting in the tatami room. It enjoyed watching me torture my grandmother.
It has to be Oyashiro-sama. So I guess we're gonna meet. We're actually going to meet Oyashiro-sama.
An overwhelming emotion started to swallow me up. I tried desperately not to feel it.
いつからそこにいたんだか。
How long have you been there?
言ってくれればよかったのに。
You should have said something. It was just there. Just like Satoshi-kun. It was just there. It was extremely uncomfortable to have it just be there.
そっか。レナが言ってたもんね。
I see. Reina told me.
Now, I guess I should do a recap here. A while back, while Satoshi-kun was still alive, he was suffering from some kind of weird psychosis where he felt he was being followed by a presence, and that presence is a demon called Oyashiro-sama, and that demon likes to put a hit out on 2 people every year. That started... Well, it had to start a while back. But yes, and one of those, they demon away, and the other one they kill. So, Satoshi-kun was
demoned away.
And this character, Shion, is extremely pissed about it because that was the love of her life. Well, her big crush. And yeah. So now, she's gone to get revenge against Mion and her grandmother, who she believed, and I believe it too, that they had something to do with the demoning away. Like choosing people. I don't necessarily know if they had some... You know, I feel like they do, though. Because anyone that's against them, suddenly, oh, the festival's on, oh, now they die. That's kind of weird, isn't it? Oyashiro retires them from life. Yes.
I see. Reina told me.
Oh, yeah. Reina explained because she had suffered a psychotic break when she left. What's the name of the town? Why am I brain farting on the town? When she left this town, I don't know why I'm brain farting on the town, but she left this area. She went to school and had some weird psychotic break, and they shoved her in the loony bin, and she saw Oyashiro-sama, and they wanted her to come back. to the town. And apparently, people who are from here, I think half of them, right? Half of them have demon blood, and the other half are human. And they're supposed to like commingle for the existence of the town. She became a true believer, yeah. So, Reina talked about what Satoshi told her. Essentially that Oyashiro-sama is stalking him, which happened to her as well. Which is now happening to Shion. So that's something!
あんた
I see. Reina told me. Are you
お社様ってのは
Oyashiro-sama? I smiled boldly. And yet, I could feel my body shivering.
冗談じゃない
You can't fool me.
あんたがお社様でたたりは本当にお社様のたたりってわけなの
Are you saying that Oyashiro-sama and that the curse of Oyashiro-sama really does exist?
バー
Baka!
Let me read it again, I like it.
You can't fool me. Are you saying that you're Oyashiro-sama and that the curse of Oyashiro-sama really does exist? Baka!
誰が信じるかよ
Who could believe something like that?
へ
Huh? It was just my imagination. It couldn't be the curse of Oyashiro-sama. The curse couldn't be real. Everything was done by humans. They made everything look like it was a curse.
まああんたが見たいってんなら勝手だけどさ
Well, I don't care if you saw what I did.
私は見物料を取るつもりもない
I won't charge you for it.
でも私の邪魔をしようってんならあんただって容赦しないよ
But if you're thinking about interfering, I won't hold back, you know. No matter what I said, nothing happened. It was like trying to communicate with an insect. I felt like I was staring at a spider in the middle of its web, and the spider was staring back. I turned to the hag in the wheelchair. I couldn't leave her body here forever. If I don't need to make her death known, then it should be quick, and it's best if a body doesn't exist. Not even in this secret underground.
Oh yeah, she's in the underground torture room.
Not even in this underground torture room. I exhaled to try to calm myself down. Oh, I remember now. When I was a little girl, Kasai used to love making me feel scared. He'd often told me scary stories about various horrible things. I recalled his story about the secret torture room of the Sonozaki family. According to the story, there was a well in the torture room for dumping bodies in. There was a pile of tortured corpses at the bottom of the well, and resentful moans could be heard echoing from there. And about halfway down the well, there was a different tunnel, which was a secret passage leading into the distant mountains. That was a bit from Mion's telling of the story. It was probably an amalgamation of tellings from different relatives. The room was supposed to be a huge secret, but everyone got loose lips at the chance of having to have fun scaring the young successor.
ミオン
Mion,
昔親戚の誰かが言ってたじゃん
do you remember one of our relatives talking about a hidden well a long time ago?
この地下拷問室のどこかに隠し井戸があって外へ出られる秘密の通路があるって話
Completely normal underground cock and ball torture. Yeah, pretty much.
There's supposed to be a hidden well somewhere in this underground torture room, and it's connected to a secret passage.
さっきの音は聞こえてなかった
Did you hear some noise earlier?
鬼ババを鞭で叩く音
That was me whipping the hag. Mion didn't reply, but I saw her bite her lip.
大丈夫
Don't worry.
あんたは叩かない
I won't whip you.
でもねあんたが不愉快だと鬼ババをもっと叩くかもしれない
But if you don't cooperate, I might punish her some more.
今度は鞭なんかじゃなくて
Next time, I won't use a whip.
そこの奥
Down at the end.
暗がりにも牢屋があるでしょう。
Do you see a cell in the darkness?
その中。
It's there. Mion pointed weakly. I walked down where her finger indicated. A light bulb lit up the cell. It was a lot smaller than the one Mion was in. It was very shallow, and I didn't even need to open the door to see how tiny it was. Of course, there's no well in there. I became angry, assuming she lied to me. But after considering it, I didn't actually think she would at this point. I opened the door and walked in. I noticed something immediately. There was an opening right in the middle of the cell. This opening was naturally disguised. The way the rocks and the shadows were positioned perfectly hid the well. The tip of a rock inside the cell concealed the entrance. Unless you went in, you'd never notice. But it was such a shallow cell that nobody would even think to go in. Oh, man. Besides, the bars allow you to see inside well enough. The cell is not even a few meters deep, so it would only take a glance to see everything. Nobody would think of unlocking the door and walking in. But walking in was the only way anyone could find the well. Furthermore, there were many cells in this huge cave. You'd think that one of them was hiding a secret well?
Beyond dead?
Not yet. The inside of the well was dark. I couldn't see anything. But every little noise I made produced echoes. I could tell this was a very deep well. I brought a flashlight from the torture room and shone it down the well. It almost looked like a vertical tunnel. Obviously a man-made one at that. There were wedges on the wall, like a ladder, and they looked as if they were inviting me to descend. It was kind of ironic. The secret escape route from an underground torture room ended up being a well that takes you even further down. You had no way of knowing whether it could take you to freedom or to hell. Furthermore, there were the tortured bodies of past victims at the bottom. Who would be able to go down this well without hesitation? Nobody in their right mind would go down this well to look for a secret tunnel, hearing the voices of the dead all the while.
ミオンはあの井戸降りたことあるの？
Have you ever gone down that well, Mion?
降りたくもない。
I've never wanted to.
それに関しては著しく同感。
I feel the same way.
この拷問室の犠牲者たちが放り込まれた井戸になんか好き好んで降りたくはないもんね。
Why would I go down the well where they toss the victims of this torture room? I went back to the torture room and returned to the cave, pushing the wheelchair containing the hag. Mion screamed.
シオン、バッチャー落とすけ？
Sion, are you gonna push Granny down the well?
落とすんじゃないよ。捨てるんだよ。
No, I'm not. I'm just dumping her body.
もう死んでるしね。
She's dead.
さっきの拷問で死んだんじゃないよ。
Rest assured, I didn't torture her to
多
death.
分鬼ババはスタンガンで死んだんだ
It
よ。
was probably the stun gun.
心臓麻痺とかで。
Maybe her heart failed.
放置してもいいけど、虫が湧くと嫌でしょ？
I could just leave her body here, but I don't want it to rot, you know?
ひどい。
How could you?
なんなら死後の鬼ババの世話もする？
Hey, do you want to take care of her even Hey, do you want to take care of her even now that she's dead?
湧いてくるウジを箸でつまんで捨てるとかやってみる？
Maybe you can use chopsticks to pick maggots off her body. Hmm? Mion covered her ears and shook her head. Everything I said seemed to bother Mion. Her own life wasn't guaranteed at this point.
シオン、どうしてこんなことを？
Shion, why did you do this?
さーて、
Let's see.
どうしてだと思います？
Why do you think? Nobody said anything for a while. The silence was soon broken.
Wait, what did you say? What did you say? Hold on. Okay.
Satoshi?
What do you think, Mion? What do you think?
敵討ちってこと。
Is this revenge?
What do you fucking think, stupid? Oh, hold on. How do I there?
敵討ちになったかもわからないけどね。
I don't know if it was really revenge.
いきなり後ろからバチンだったから、何が何やらわかんないうちにご臨終だったろうし。
Since it happened so quickly, I'm sure she died without even feeling a thing.
ねえミオン、
Hey, Mion.
今こうして思い返すと、私はやっぱりばあさんを殺すだけの理由があったように思うの。
Now that I think about it, I did have a reason to kill Grandma.
なぜかわかる？
Do you know what it was?
単にサトシ君を殺した張本人だからってだけじゃないよ。
It wasn't just because she killed Satoshi-kun.
それは嘘をついたから。
It's because she lied. I slapped the hag's head.
あんたも言ったよね。
You said it too.
私が爪を剥がせば全て許すって。
You told me that if I ripped out my nails, she would forgive everyone.
Yeah, so to recap, she underwent some torture. I can't. Why did she originally? She did something. Oh yeah, she escaped her the place where they can find her because they didn't want her to be around town anymore. So they sent her to an all-girls school and she escaped. And then she came to town and hid out. And then she fell in love with Satoshi-kun. And I guess all of that culminated to her getting found out. And yeah, she got sent to a nunnery. And she escaped and came back. And then, the hag didn't like that. And she also didn't like the fact that she was in love with Satoshi-kun because Satoshi-kun comes from a family that the Sonozakis don't get along with. So, yeah, she would forgive everyone. That obviously did not happen.
だから私は爪を剥がしたんだよ。3枚も。
That's why I ripped out 3 of my nails.
それでけじめがついたってことになったんだよね。
I did what you told me to, right?
でも約束は守られなかった。
But she didn't keep her promise.
サトシ君はやっぱり消されてしまった。
She made Satoshi-kun disappear.
どうして？
Why?
どういうことなの？
What was that for? I continued to slap the hag's head. Her blood was all over my hand by then, and it felt gross. I tried to wipe it off her clothes, but then her hair got stuck on my hand. I ran to the sink in the torture room and washed my hands with a brush. When I was done, I went back to Mion's cell.
あの時、サトシ君がいなくなってしまった後、
After Satoshi-kun disappeared,
サトシ君と私の関係
Is
は
my
けじめがもう
mouse
ついてたっ
double
て。
clicking? Like a weird thing? Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a new mouse. Ah! It's doing that stupid thing where it like double clicks.
Oh, we didn't get hit by that. Yay.
Yay! Thank you for the $2, Glaive. Alright, let's see here.
after Satoshi-kun disappeared, you came over and told me. You said the relationship between me and Satoshi-kun was forgiven.
そしてこうも言ったよね。
You also said
サトシ君の失踪の理由は、園崎本家は何も知らないと。
that the Sonozaki main house had nothing to do with Satoshi-kun's disappearance.
うん。
Yeah, I...
嘘だ!
You lied! You lied! Lied, 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 lied.
Lied, liar! Liar, she lied to me! I told you guys! Oh, but Shion's such a cute girl. Shion... Oh wait, no, Mion. Mion's such a good girl. Mion's the best girl. A lot of you are fucking Mion fans. No, no, no! The true best girl is the evilest. It is Shion. The best twin.
My shouts echoed throughout the cave. I was breathing heavily. I felt like I'd used up all the air. Used up all of the air in my lungs.
あんたが何も知らないのは本当だと思う。
Because best girl, you know what?
That is acceptable.
Yeah.
I don't believe you don't know anything.
あんた自身、ばあさんに真の意味で信頼を得ていたかは怪しいからね。
You aren't even sure if that old lady actually trusted you.
でも、ばあさんが本当に私のけじめでサトシ君を許したかはわからないよ。
But I don't know if she forgave Satoshi-kun because of what I did.
アマちゃんのあんたに本当のところを打ち明けるわけもない。
She wouldn't have told you the truth. The hag didn't keep her promise. She said she'd forgive everyone, but she lied. She didn't forgive. She didn't forgive Satoshi-kun.
嘘つき、嘘つき、嘘つき、嘘つき、嘘つき、嘘つき。
Liar, 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 liar! Damn it.
かな、
Damn it!
返してサトシ君。
Oh, I want Satoshi-kun back too.
Give me back Satoshi-kun!
返してよサトシ君。
I want him back!
返して返して返して返して。
Oh, this hurts me because I like them as a couple. Fuck this!
I want him, I want him, I want him, I want him! I kicked the hag's leg repeatedly. Each time I kicked, the wheelchair made a squeaky noise.
Boss you know imagine enjoyer. Nyon to, all she does is eat hot cheese, seu rock and lie. In you we could nt trust a Packers fan.
That's right. She lies. She's a liar. Blatant liar.
I ran out of breath and kneeled down. Mion was still covering her ears and was now shaking. There were tears in her eyes.
怖がらせちゃったね。
Sorry to scare you.
ごめんごめん。
Sorry about that.
ミオンがミオンの言うように何も知らなかったなら、
If
ミオン
you,
はいじめないからね。
if you really don't know, I won't torment you.
安心して。
Don't worry.
でも、もしミオンも嘘をついていたなら仕方ない。
But if you were ever lying to me,
その時はどういう目に遭わされても仕方ない。
well, you'll have to accept whatever comes your way.
仕方ないよね。
You know what I mean?
Yes! Finished it! I mean... Can't be helped. Oh no. Oh no. Ooh, notebooks. We can read them.
I wasn't planning to kill the hag so quickly. I was going to kill her anyway, but it was too soon. People would normally assume that the Sonozaki family operates as a hierarchy, but that's not true. It's actually more like a system of government. Several ministries stem from the main family, and each forms a hierarchy on its own. These ministries don't communicate with one another. The people who belong to a given ministry don't know what the other ministries are doing. That way, the Sonozaki family's dealings are kept perfectly secret.
Crazy times, gonna put me on in the wood chipper, crazy placid at Hinamizawa, Wisconsin.
That's where it is. It's Hinamizawa, Wisconsin. That's exactly right. That's where this is all located.
Of course, the most important people in the family govern several ministries.
Thank you, guys.
They know, of course, about their own ministries. And they know a little bit about the ministries their relatives run. But none of them know everything. There are ministries that work in the open. There are ministries that work unseen. And there are some smaller ones that Oryu runs herself. Mion seems to know about most of them, but she doesn't necessarily know them all. In fact, she didn't know about the curse. Considering that, the fact that the hag died before I could interrogate her is a huge loss.
That is true.
The head of the Kimiyoshi family was the one who called the main house most often after the 5th year's curse. My father called the second most. My parents are still high in the hierarchy, but the stir caused by my mother's disownment still hung over us, so we got treated as outcasts. So the fact that my father received so many calls proved how much the hag valued us despite the distance at which we were kept, demonstrating her own two-faced respect for both sides of the coin. My father seems to be in charge of the intelligence bureau. He reported police information, gossip, and rumors going around the Yakuza business to the hag. He silences, stirs, and distorts that information at her request. By the way, my servant Kasei is an old friend of my father's. That must be why Kasei knows many things. But I don't know if my father is involved in the curse's execution. My assumption is that although he gathered information on the police investigation about the case, he isn't involved in the execution itself. The fact that my father and the hag have this close connection isn't widely known. People know that she uses his information network, but they don't look very far beyond that. In the same way, it's possible that a curse execution team exists under the hag's direct control.
Oh yeah, remember the first I'm trying to remember where Keiichi got the injection, right? They were talking about that injection that makes you tear your throat out. Because this likes to play with supernatural versus not supernatural. Like, we're trying to figure out, is there an Oyashiro-sama? If there is, are they engaged? Is the curse real? Or is it just some guys running around, some goons out there just being like, boss, we're gonna give the injection now.
Oh, my throat! Oh no!
Yeah, supernatural versus psychological. Yeah. I'm a very superstitious person by nature. But that first chapter where they talked about there's some like leader, some boss guy, maybe that wasn't too far off. Yeah, proves there's at least some supernatural. Yeah, I mean chapter 1 does, but they did talk about some like leader, right? The director, yeah. Who the hell? We don't know who that is. We don't know.
It's possible that a curse execution team exists under the hag's control. People just aren't aware of it.
It could be possible. Ghost Mafia out here acting like Scooby-Doo villains. Yeah, that's basically it. Okay, continue. How's the audio on this? Is good, everybody? Whoa. I can raise it up a little bit for you guys. Let me put it to here, I guess. There we go.
I was having such a happy dream. Satoshi-kun was in the dream. He was leading his normal, everyday life. He was back on the baseball team. Irie and I acted normally around him because he knew that's how mature people should act. We welcomed him back as if he had been here with us the whole time. Although he hits well in practice sessions, he still doesn't do well in a real game. Come on, Satoshi-kun! 3 strikes already? I'm cheering for you! Then Satoshi-kun pouted as he mumbled. I felt tears pouring down my face. Oh.
サトシ君。サトシ君。
Satoshi-kun. Satoshi-kun.
Oh no! Oh no! Satoshi-kun, useless even in dreams. Kick that man out of the chat. You out the chat. Kick him out of the chat. He wasn't useless. He saved her, remember? From the thugs. He saved her from the fucking thugs in the beginning. How dare you? How dare you? He doesn't understand the lore.
The happy dream faded out with my sobs. The harder I tried to focus on it, the faster it faded. Soon, it was all gone. I could see the bright morning sun through a crack in the curtains. I was in Mion's room at the Sonozaki house. When did I come back? I was crouching in the corner of the room and crying. A dream is a dream. I wish I hadn't woken up. But one must wake up from a dream. We live in a world where there are no dreams, and that's why we always wake up. But I wasn't sure if I was the only one dreaming that dream, because I felt like Satoshi-kun was right beside me.
サトシ君。
Satoshi-kun?
帰ってきてくれたんだ。
Did you come back?
This is Satoshi household, don't like it? Get out.
Yeah, we respect Satoshi here.
There was no reply. That was the rule. If it was Satoshi-kun, I wish he'd smile at me just once. But Satoshi-kun's presence faded away, as if he were never there to begin with. I heard the phone ring by the front door. Ah, that's right. I was the only one in the house now. I had to answer it. I got up to walk to the front door. I felt unsteady, so I put my hand on the wall to support myself. I hardly got any sleep. It was like I had a bad cold. The phone continued to ring. I probably didn't have to answer it, actually. But I was still half asleep, and all I could think of was answering the phone.
はい、園崎です。
Hello, Sonozaki residence.
朝早くにすみませんな。君吉でございます。
Sorry to call you so early. It's Kimiyoshi.
おばあちゃんまだお休みですかな？
Is your grandma still sleeping?
It was Uncle Kimiyoshi.
はい、
She is, yes.
昨日のが答えたみたいです。
I guess she's still tired from yesterday.
しばらく寝かせておこうと思います。
I think I'll let her sleep in.
そうだね。無理に起こしちゃ悪いな。
Yeah, you probably should.
ミオンちゃんもこれから学校だよね。
Mion-san, you're going to school, right?
じゃあ枕元に伝言を置いといてもらってもいいかな。
Can I leave a message with you?
わかりました。
Sure.
何と伝言しましょう。
What is it?
ね。
Yes,
昨日の件で緊急に役員会を開くことになったんだけど、それをね、今日の夕方の5時から神社の集会所でって伝えてもらえる？
there will be an emergency meeting regarding the incident from yesterday. You'll be at the Shrine's Assembly Hall starting at 5 p.m. Did you get that?
わかりました。
Yes.
伝えておきます。
I'll give her the message. As soon as I put the phone down, it rang again.
はい、園崎です。
Hello, Sonozaki residence.
早朝から申し訳ありません。
Good morning. Sorry to call you so early.
葛西と申しますが、ミオンさんですか？
This is Kasai. Is this Mion-san?
おはようございます。
Ohayo gozaimasu.
笠井さんですか？
Kasai-san.
おはようございます。
Good morning.
シオンさんはまだそちらにいらっしゃいますか？
Is Shion-san still there?
I wasn't panicked, but I hesitated. I could tell him no. Or I could play both Mion and Shion.
シオンはさっき顔を洗ってました。
Shion was washing her face just now.
呼んできますね。
I'll get her for you. I decided to play two parts. I went back and forth down the hallway and picked up the phone again.
笠井、
Kasai?
おはようです。
Ohayo desu.
おはようございます、シオンさん。
Ohayo gozaimasu. Shion-san.
今日は登校されますか？
Are you going to school today?
するわけないです。
Of course not.
たるいし。
I feel miserable.
まあそんなとこだとは。
I kind of expected that.
それでシオンさん、沖宮へ帰る足はありますか？
By the way, how are you getting back to Okinomiya?
若いのに迎えに行かせますが。
I can have somebody pick you up.
君吉のおじいちゃんとかそのあたりに送ってもらおうかなと思ってます。
I think I can get a ride from Uncle Kimiyoshi or somebody else.
私のことは放っておいてくれて OK です。
Don't worry, I'll figure something out.
親父さんから出席日数だけは守らせるように厳命を受けていますので。
Your father told me to make sure you go to school often enough.
私の小指のためにもご協力をいただきたいもんです。
I'd appreciate your cooperation.
まあ気が向いたら努力します。
I'll go when I feel like it.
それより笠井、
By the way,
聞いて
Kasai,
る？
did you hear?
聞いてるとは？
What about?
昨日のあれ。
You know, the incident from last night.
一応は
Yes, I have.
恐ろしい話です。
How truly
こ
horrifying.
れまでのタタリの犠牲者はさ、みんなダム戦争の時の戦犯だったわけじゃない？
All the past victims were war criminals from the dam conflict, right?
それが今年はちょいと路線が違う感じですよね。
But it's different this year.
どう思う？
What do you think about that?
さあ、
Hmm.
私の預かり知るところの話ではありません。
I don't really know.
He doesn't know anything, obviously.
Kasei wasn't the type to talk too much. If it was about something complicated, he usually responded like that.
夕べの犠牲者の2人がどうしてお社様のたたりを受けたか知ってる？
Do you know why those two fell under the curse of Oyashiro-sama?
いいえ、
No.
実は夕べちょっと聞いた話だと、
I heard this last night.
なんか綿流しの最中に最後殿にこっそり忍び込んだらしいよ。
Supposedly, they snuck into the ritual storehouse during the festival.
鍵を針金か何かで開けて。
They used a metal wire or something to unlock the door. Kasai went silent for a while. I held my breath waiting to see how he responded. I expected him to say that he couldn't believe those people were chosen as victims for just sneaking into the storehouse. I expected him to say that it was just too unrealistic.
そうですか。
So this car.
バカなことを。
That was stupid of them.
Mm.
あまあ富武さんもそのあたりには疎いよそ者だったってことだね。
Since Tomatake-san was an outsider, I bet he didn't know. I went along with Kasai, but I felt disturbed on the inside. Kasai didn't wonder why breaking into the ritual storehouse would justify their deaths. I'd known Kasai for a long time, which is why I knew there was a heavy meaning to what he said.
でさ、笠井、
By the way, Kasai,
実はさ、
actually,
私もなんだけど。
I did it too.
入ったんですか？
Did you go in?
Yeah.
西宮殿に？
You went into the ritual storehouse?
シオンさんが
Shion-san?
Yeah.
高野さんに一緒にどうって誘われてさ、
Takano-san invited me.
高野さんと富武さん、そして私と、ほら、前原屋敷に引っ越してきた圭一って男の子と一緒に4人で。
Takano-san, Tomitake-san, and, remember Keiichi, who just moved here recently? Him and me, to make the four of us. I heard Kasai sighing heavily. Even though he didn't say a word, I could tell he was shocked. I'd never known him to act this way before.
シオンさん、
Shion-san,
去年ああいう一件があったばっかりなんですよ。
don't you remember what happened last year?
今度はどうけじめをつけられるおつもりですか？
How do you think you can take care of this?
去年が爪3枚だったから、奮発して5枚くらいいっとく？
Last year it was 3 nails, so maybe 5 this year?
あ、ごめん。
Sorry.
でも、ふざけてるわけじゃないんだよ。
I wasn't trying to make light of the situation.
そりゃ私だってやばいとこだって認識はあったよ。
I knew I shouldn't have done it.
少しは。でもさ、そこまでやばいことなわけ？
I regret it at least a little, but is it really that terrible a thing to do?
シオンさんは仮にも園崎本家に縁ある方です。
You are related to the Sonozaki main family.
今さらそんなこと言ってまかり通ると
Do
思
you
います
really
か？
think people would understand?
っていうか、だって私ずっと沖宮。
But I've been living in Okinomiya all my life.
ばあさんに嫌われて以降、ひなみ沢にはほとんど近づいてもいない。
Oh, hey, X. Wisconsin's good.
But I've been living in Okinomiya all my life. Since the old woman hated me, I've barely been to Hinamizawa.
その上、学園に閉じ込められて過ごしてたんですよ。
Besides, I was stuck at school.
そんなの私が知るはずないじゃない。
How would I know? How would I know about any of that? I heard another sigh from Kasai. That sigh told me my excuses would be useless.
シオンさん、
Shion-san,
私はあなたの味方のつもりです。
I am your ally.
極力シオンさんを信じてあげたいと思っています。
I want to support you as much as I can.
ですが、いくら私でもかばいきれないことがあります。
But there are dangers even I can't protect you from.
第一、
Besides, she...
ごめん、
Sorry.
お姉が来たから切ります。
Sis is here. I've got to go.
じゃね。
Johnny. Click. I interrupted Kasai and hung up. I didn't want to hear it. I didn't want to hear Kasai reject me. He who had been my ally all my life.
チェ、
Shit.
参った。
Damn.
なー。
Shit. Damn it. I could hear the sound of cicadas. The sound made it feel like I was being cooked on a huge frying pan, making a sizzling noise. I couldn't help feeling remorseful. Now I knew that sneaking into the ritual storehouse wasn't a laughing matter. But I really didn't know it at the time. Sure, the door was locked, so they didn't want anyone to go in. Then why did they change the lock? What did they say? I think it was that... What did they say? I think it was that Rika-chama said that the previous lock was too heavy for her, so she had changed it to that cheap one. That was how Takano-san broke in. If the heavy lock was still there, this wouldn't have happened. I slapped my own forehead.
Now she's just blaming the lock.
Then I took a deep breath. I had to calm down. What was the point of fussing now? I'd already passed the point of no return. There was no use thinking otherwise. The hag was already dead. Even if she wasn't, she was now at the bottom of the well. Therefore, it was already past the point where I could just cut my fingers off in apology. I felt so unstable. I'd walked on the fence around the swings at the park before, as if I was walking on a tightrope. It was fun because even if I fell, it was only a very short distance. But it wouldn't have been fun if... But wouldn't it...
She is really like that character.
But it wouldn't have been fun if it were up really high. At that very moment, I was in fact already on a tightrope that was a lot higher than the fence at the park. As soon as I took a step, the rope behind me would vanish. I couldn't step back because there was nothing behind me. That was, in short, the situation I found myself in. Just standing in one spot was all I could do. Even if I never took another step, I'd fall if I wasn't careful. If I forced myself to walk, the danger would only increase. But if I didn't move, I would fall eventually. I couldn't see what was ahead of me. There was no guarantee I'd ever find firm ground. But if I stopped, there was only one fate waiting for me. I have to move onward. If staying here guaranteed death, then I'd rather try to walk, even if I die as a result. Even if there was a dead end ahead of me, at least I tried my hardest. In general, I try to be optimistic. I could accept my life not lasting particularly long, but I wouldn't go easily. I'd struggle as much as possible. I'd already killed the hag. For that, there could be no other punishment. But for that, there could be no other punishment than death. I knew my life would end soon. In other words, I was actually already dead.
死人がなおもあがこうとしたら、
A dead person has nothing to lose.
そりゃ特攻あるのみでしょ。
That means I can only go on the offensive. I clenched my fists tightly as I muttered. Even if I had to die, I couldn't die easily. This was my chance to avenge Satoshi-kun.
Let's go!
Who did it? For what purpose? And why? I was going to investigate. I was going to question. I was going to expose. Yes, I was going to settle the score. I'd carry out the plan I came up with yesterday. I could hide in the hag's death somehow. All I'd have to say is that she hadn't been feeling well since the Watanagashi. I could do it all while pretending to be Mion. Just in case her friends at school became suspicious, maybe I'd start telling them I hadn't been feeling well either. In fact, I did feel groggy from my lack of sleep. When I became Mion, Shion would automatically disappear. I'd already told Kase that I snuck into the shrine storage, so he'd probably end up telling people that I was demoned away due to the curse of Oyashiro-sama. The last person I'd have to think about was the fourth one, who snuck into the ritual storehouse, Keiichi Marubara. Maybe I can use him as bait to lure out the enemy. Sorry, Kei-chan, you're going to be my bait. I felt a little bad since I was starting to like him. With all that figured out, let's go to school. I'd gone to school as Mion before, so I knew how things worked. It was almost time to leave the house.
Mi-chan! Mi-chan! 遅い遅い遅い遅いそぎゃーみ-chan! You're late!
待っててくれたわけ？
You waited?
先に行っちゃってもよかったのに。
You should have just gone ahead.
あれ、ミオン。
Hey, Mion.
お前、顔が赤くないか？
Your face is red.
息も妙に荒いし。
You're breathing heavily, too.
み-ちゃん、ひょっとして具合悪くない？み-ちゃん、Are you not feeling well?
Reina put her hand on my forehead.
レナの手、冷たいな。
Reina, your hand is pretty cold.
みーちゃん、ちょっとだけど熱あるよ。 Mi-chan, you're a little bit warm.
そんな大したことないよ。
It's no big deal.
半日もすればケロッと治っちゃうって。
Give it a half a day and I'll be fit as a fiddle.
本当に大丈夫かよ。
Are you really okay?
あんまり無理するなよ。
You don't have to push yourself, you know.
あれ、
What's this?
ケイちゃん、気遣ってくれるの？
Kei-chan, are you worried about me?
嬉しいな。
That's nice of you. I'd always thought he was a goofball, so I was a little surprised. I thought they would tease me, but they didn't.
無理しない方がいいと思うな。I just think you shouldn't push yourself so hard. 先生にはお休みだって伝えとくよ。We can tell the teacher you had to take the day off.
大丈夫大丈夫。
I'm fine, I'm fine.
風邪薬も飲んだし、
I took some medicine.
すぐに効いてくると思うから。
I think it's already working.
じゃあ行こうか。
Okay, then let's go.
くれぐれも無理するなよ。
Don't
Dang,
overdo it, but of course there's
時間
the time.
走らないと、間に合わない。We need to run or we won't make it.
スリリングな朝になっちゃったね。
This morning got pretty thrilling.
鈍った体にはちょうどいいカツかもね。
Maybe it's just what I needed to shake off the sluggishness.
走ろ。
Let's run!
それでは委員長、号令。
I forgot how I voiced GA.
I forgot.
How did I do it, chat? I forgot. Sexy voice? No! I don't have a sexy voice. I think you're mistaking me for, who's the sexiest in VTC? Oh god, I have to pick one. I think it's Mumkey. Mumkey is the sexiest. I only say that because, some aunties on Twitter saw her model and they assumed, looking at Mumkey's model and thinking she's like some kind of sex bait thing. That was so funny to me.
You're lolly baiting. That outfit you got on, it's pure sex, Mumkey.
Yeah, they did. It was on Twitter. It was very funny to see that. And so that's why I call her the sexiest in VTC. Oh my god, that's so funny. I can't believe that shit. You fucking aunties. They're fucking crazy. How could you look at her model and think that? There's no fucking way she's in overalls. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's like a self-report. They really do be like that, bro. Oh my god. I'm almost crying because it's so funny. Overall's kind of sexy. It literally has like the tomboy aesthetic. She does not do GFE, and they're like, oh, why is she baiting people? Oh, so stupid anyway.
President, if you would.
Kids!
Everybody stand up.
気をつけ!
At attention. I made the same mistake before. I never learn, do I?
みーちゃん、本当に大丈夫かな? Do you think Mi-chan is okay? 今日は具合悪そう. She doesn't look good.
あら、そうなんですの。
Oh, really?
それはよくありませんわね。
How unfortunate.
It was a good idea to make them believe I was sick. Even if I did things differently from Mion, I had an excuse.
まああれだ。
Well, you know,
女の子には体調が悪くなる日もあるってことだな。
girls have those days when they just don't feel well.
僕にはそんな日はないのですよ。
I don't have those days.
Nipa, yes!
Mion's friends kept each other occupied and left me alone. Keiichi Marabara. He might suddenly disappear one day. I couldn't let that happen. That would be like letting a fish take the bait and swim away while I was fast asleep with a fishing pole in my hands. I couldn't miss the moment the enemy took a bite out of Keiichi. I had to be very careful. But it was impossible to keep my eyes on him 24 hours a day. Spying on him at school like this wasn't good enough. I should have him meet with Shion and let her explain that he's in danger. Should I have him meet with Shion and let her explain that he's in danger?
Actually, that's not a terrible idea.
Maybe we could set up a strategy together. I didn't think Keiichi realized how serious a crime it was to step into the ritual storehouse. I hadn't, after all. Since last year, all the incidents that related to the curse had probably been investigated in secret. People involved with the three families would know about the incident from last night, but Keiichi shouldn't know anything. If he knew where he stood now, he'd be more cautious too. That should make him aware of his surroundings, and maybe he would notice if anything odd took place. The teacher caught him sleeping, so she ordered him to go wash his face. He walked out into the hallway. I was sleepy too. I had to be alert, but I couldn't clear my mind due to my lack of sleep. I decided to go home early. Since I'd been pretending to be sick since morning, my request was approved. As I exited the building, I saw Keiichi washing his face.
やっぱケイちゃんはこっちの流しを選んだか。
I thought you'd be out here.
表の方が気分いいもんね。
It feels better outside, huh?
あ、ミオンか。
Mion? Oh man, yawns are infectious.
授業サボるなよな。
No cutting class now. No cutting class now. It looks like he fell. Oh man, I'm so used to reading as Keiichi Marabara. But I can't now, and that totally sucks for me. Rika is at 100% all day, every day. Yeah.
Anyway, back to this. It looked like it felt refreshing for him to wash his face with cold water.
She really doesn't know Keiichi if she thinks the fish will just bite him. It's been him a couple chapters. It's been him a couple chapters though, so maybe.
I washed my face too, but it didn't feel as good as it looked.
ミオン、風邪の方はいいのかよ。
Mion, how's your cold doing?
眠いのは寝不足じゃなくて、風邪薬の副作用なんだろ。
You're sleepy because of the medicine, not from lack of sleep, yeah?
あはは実は内緒なんだけど、昨日はお祭りの後で親族の宴会に巻き込まれちゃってさ。
Actually, this is a secret, but after the festival yesterday, I got wrapped up in the party my relatives were having.
それでエンドレスに。
And, well, I had a bit. Hold on, we gotta do the go. I pretended to drink with an invisible glass.
徹夜明けかよ。
Are you hungover?
心配して損した。
How old are you?
Keiichi exaggerated his reaction, but he still seemed worried.
じゃあな、俺は教室に戻るぜ。
Okay, later. I'm going back.
帰りは気をつけろよ。
Be careful on your way home.
ふらふらして、側溝や用水路に落ちるなよ。
Don't wobble into a sewer or a brook, got it?
Keiichi turned around to go back to the classroom.
そうそう、ケイちゃん。
One more thing, Kei-chan. I stopped Keiichi. He, in response, turned around.
なんだ
What's up?
変なことを聞くけど、深く考えないで答えてね。
This may sound weird, but don't think too hard about it.
そりゃ内容によりけりだな。
Well, depends on what it is.
昨日の綿流しの晩さ、
Last night, near the end of the festival,
富武さんと高野さんに会わなかった？
did you see Tomitake-san or Takano-san anywhere? I noticed Keiichi's body tense up. His reaction proved that he felt guilty about sneaking into the ritual storehouse. He was frightened that Mion Sonozaki might know about it. I guess this was enough to give him a certain impression of Mion Sonozaki.
富武さんと高野さんはわかるよね。
You know Tomitake-san and Takano-san, don't you?
ほら、ケイちゃん、お祭りの前日準備の時、シオンと一緒に4人でお話ししてたでしょ？
You remember, Kei-chan, when the four of you were talking during setup the day before? I could clearly see how dismayed Keiichi felt. He was trying to come up with an excuse.
さあ、どうかな
I can't remember.
あったような、合わなかったような。
It might have been them, or not.
He was both a bad liar and a bad actor.
Hey! I'm decent!
I am very good at lying and acting sometimes, maybe. You know, it just takes practice, and I need girls to lie with. I mean, yes.
He wasn't really that intelligent at all. Well, that would make him a suitable friend for me.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Well, that would make him a suitable friend for Mion. He was just a brat, unlike Satoshi-kun. Although, when it came to lying and acting, Satoshi-kun was about the same... Satoshi-kun was at about the same level. Maybe Keiichi should be credited for at least trying to lie to me, or tell a lie. Satoshi-kun wouldn't have even said a thing. That's right, he wouldn't. I didn't need to be thinking about him right now.
そう。
I see.
じゃあもう一つ質問ね。
Then, one more question.
同じく夕べ、
On the same night,
シオンに会わなかった？
did you see Shion? This was a very mean question. Keiichi was perplexed, as I'd expected.
それ、昨日も聞いたよな。
That, didn't you ask me that yesterday?
俺、あったかどうかわからないって答えたと思ったぜ。
I think I told you that I wasn't sure if I had or not.
Eh? I'd asked him that yesterday? He must have meant that Mion Sonozaki asked him that question. In other words, she asked him that after he left the storehouse and got back together with his friends. Damn you, Mion. When I asked her, she said she had no idea we went into the ritual storehouse. Shit.
そうだっけ？
Did you?
また改めて聞いたら違う答えが返ってくるかなって思ってさ。
I guess I just thought I'd get a different answer if I asked you again.
どうしてあったかどうかをそんなに気にするんだよ。
Why are you so intent on knowing if I did or not?
He was getting defensive. Keiichi couldn't hide his panic as he flared up at me.
大したことじゃないの。
Oh, it's not important.
富武さんと高野さんとシオンとケイちゃんをね、
It's just that there are some people
悪く言ってる人たちがいるの。
who are speaking poorly of Tomitake-san, Takano-san, Shion, and you, Kei-chan.
何が悪いんだかはよく聞いてないんだけどね。
I didn't really hear what they were saying, though. Keiichi was really perplexed now. This wasn't fun at all, but it could still be an interesting game.
私、ケイちゃんが悪いことをするなんて信じてないから。
I don't believe that you were doing something bad.
でもちょっとだけ聞いてみたかったから聞いてみたの。
I just wanted to ask a bit about it, so I did.
不愉快な思いをさせてごめんね。
Sorry for making you uncomfortable, okay? I made sure Keiichi felt a sense of crisis, then left. Nobody can tell us apart. We're Mion and Shion, perfect twins. When I returned to the Sonozaki house, I saw a woman with an apron on. It was a housekeeper. Her name was Shimiko-san. The hag had a few housekeepers who took care of the chores around the house.
ミオンちゃん、本当によかった。困ってたんですよ。
Mion-chan, I'm glad you're here.
ありゃ、シミコさん。何かご用で？
Hey, Shimiko-san, can I help you? Today was her turn to come help out at the house. She'd arrived, but the gate was locked and she couldn't get in. She'd called, but there was no answer, so she had just been standing there, not knowing what to do.
バッチャですね。綿流しの祭りで面白くないことがあったみたいで、昨べからすごく機嫌が悪いんです。
Something must have happened to Granny at the festival. She's been in an evil mood ever since last night.
そうですか。
そうですか。Shimiko-san tried to remember if she'd done something wrong.
別に無視してるんじゃなくて、寝込んでるだけなんです。
She isn't ignoring you, she's just sleeping.
昨べだいぶ遅くまでカリカリしてたから、多分まだ起きられないんじゃないでしょうか。
She was up until very late, so I bet she can't wake up yet.
知ってるでしょ？
You know how she is, right?
一度機嫌を損ねたバッチャが、どれだけの期間機嫌が悪いかを。
Once she gets into this mood, it'll take a long time for her to be happy again.
そうですね。困りましたね。
Voice is so ridiculous. I don't even know how to do it. So I'm just gonna try it, I guess. This one? Yes, that's too bad.
しばらく顔を見せない方がいいと思います。
I think it might be better that you don't show up for a while.
シミコさんに悪気がなくても、バッチャは何かと咎めてくるに違いありませんから。
Even if you don't mean to upset her, Granny might take it that way. Yeah, Granny might take it the wrong way.
こういう時は私に任せといてください。
Let me take care of it.
そうですか？
そうですか? Are you sure?
それは助かりますけど。
I'm very grateful though.
シミコさん、申し訳ないんですけど、他のお手伝いさんにもしばらく来なくていいと伝えてもらっていいですか？
Sorry to make you do this, but could you let the other housekeepers know that they don't need to come here for a while either?
バッチャの機嫌が治ったらこっそり電話しますから。
When Granny feels better, I'll give you a call.
しばらくそっとしてあげてください。
So let's just leave her alone for now. Shimiko-san bowed, then left on her bicycle. Anyone who had ever experienced Granny's wrath would understand. I headed to Mion's room, set an alarm clock for 2 p.m., and crawled into her bed. I needed to recover quickly. I had to be sharp, calm, and cool-headed. School should be out by 2 p.m. Maybe I'd get in touch with Keiichi. I'd have to call him. There would also be a staff meeting at the Furude Shrine Assembly in the evening. All the leaders of the three...
Honey? Let me check the YouTube. Oh, thank you because for the 10 gifted memberships. Boy. Boy. Thank you. Let me see. It doesn't show up in multi-stream, but it shows up in YouTube, so thank you again. Okay.
All the leaders of the three families? Really, Sawa. Families.
I didn't want. on, bing bongs. Phalanges. Oh, man. Sala's not evil anymore? How dare you? How dare you? I am the evilest. While we're taking a quick break while the poys keep poing, I know. What was I gonna say? There's this game. I think Hammy's gonna play it. It's like a voice acting game. Is that fun? I should watch her play. Is she playing it tonight? What is she doing? Girl, what you doing? I'm gonna stalk you. Maybe where you at? Come here. Multi-streaming, whether platform you're on Twitch. I decided to recently bite the bullet. What is my fucking Oshi doing? Why is he playing Super Seducer? What is this? What is this? What is this? I was busy 4 hours ago.
Baka hentai! Baka hentai! Baka hentai!
What do you mean? Oh my god. He's failing at being a seductive male. He's not made for that. He's not made for that. He's really bad at it. Yeah. I can imagine. Oh man, where is Hammy? Is she not streaming today? Where's my Hammy? Where's my Hammy? I better see his schedule somewhere. Hold on, let me look at his schedule while we're taking a quick break. Where's her stupid schedule? Why is her schedule so hard to find? Hold on. Do I have to go to her card? Let's go to YouTube. Let's see if I can find her. Is she streaming today? I gotta go to post. You know, the YouTube UI keeps changing. I hate it. Here's her minute swap. No, she's not streaming today. She's streaming tomorrow. People are sending her swap. Wait, who's your Oshi? ER? And you decided to play some freaking baka hentai? Who is Zawazoshi? E semicolon R. Let me see. No. It's funny because I used to say that he was my Yoshi before he even VTubed. I willed my Oshi into existence. It's kind of funnier that way. It was supposed to be a joke because he wasn't a VTuber. But now that he is, it's kind of not a joke. It's real. Hammy. Oh, hi! Did they melt yet? No, they didn't melt yet. I thought you were streaming today. What is that? What is that game, Hammy? The game that you saw, your voice acting game. What's that? What's that called? Something like choice or something? Voice choicer? The choicer voicer, yeah, something like that. How does it work? I'm gonna have to ask you a bunch of questions. Is it good? Have you tried it before? I can send you the link. I'm on the... Somebody sent it to me. But I don't really get it.
Big words, lots words. I know read well.
Now back to Higurashi, where I'm reading everything. Oh, Moonshine did a test, an animations test. That's nice. That's nice. Ooh, we're doing things. Ooh. Oh! While we're taking this break, Team YouTube does this thing now where views will count the moment a video begins to play? Does that also mean, like, if you have it set to where, you know, that annoying ass thing they do where you hover over a video and it automatically plays, does that count as a view now? Because if that counts as a view, I shut it off because I hate that.
I hate that. I hate when the video plays. Because when I want to click the video, it puts me right in the middle of it. I haven't even viewed it yet. It saves that spot. Why?
Why would you do that? Why would you think that that's a thing that people want that? Oh, we'll just have it play. Fuck the thumbnail. We'll just have it fucking play. So I got rid of that. You can go to your settings too if you hate it. I had to do it on mobile, and just in case I had to check it on desktop. Even by old standards, when you watched enough of it, yeah, that would go as a view. But I think if you just touch it now, for creators to what was it? What does it say? Views will count the moment a video begins to play. Minimum watch time. All across formats, VOD, shorts, live. We standardize videos to reflect creators. Blah 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 blah. The ads are getting out of control. I wouldn't know anything about that. I would not know anything about that. Okay. We're done with our break now. My ad block still works. So let's go!
All the leaders of the three families, their relatives, and the town council members would gather at this meeting. They were all authority figures in Hinamizawa. I'd be attending in place of the hag, who was sick. I'd worry about the rest when I got there. People shouldn't notice that Mion and the hag were missing for a long time. I didn't need to worry, as I had plenty of time. I checked the alarm once more, then fell asleep as if someone switched me off.
Hello?
園崎の妹の方です。
This is Sonozaki. Well, the younger one.
こんにちは。
Hello?
今はお時間大丈夫ですか？
Hello? Do you have time to talk right now?
シオンか。
Sean?
ミオンと同じで、今日は寝不足で寝込んでるんじゃないかと思ったぜ。
I thought you'd be sleeping in today with a hangover, same as Mion.
え？
What?
ひょっとしてお姉、早退ですか？
My sis had a hangover.
お姉らしい。
That's so like her. Keiichi had no idea that the Mion he saw earlier today was actually me. He didn't notice when we walked in person. When we talked in person, so there's no way he would notice on the phone. I never knew that playing two roles would be so much fun. To feel such enjoyment in this game of life or death. Maybe I was getting used to the situation. Or maybe my senses had gone numb.
ごめんな。
Oops, sorry.
ちょっと親が電話待ちをしてるんで、そんなに長話はできないんだ。
My parents are waiting for an important call, so I can't talk for long.
何の用だ？
What do you need?
お話ししたいことがあったんですけど、長電話が無理じゃ仕方ないですね。
There's something I wanted to talk about, but if we can't talk long, I guess that's that.
じゃあさ、会って話をしないか。
Then how about we meet in person?
ついでに図書館にも案内してもらえるとありがたい。
If you could show me where the library is too, that would be great.
図書館って駅前の私立図書館ですか？
You mean the public library near the station?
別にいいですよ。
Yes, that's fine.
バイトのついでってことで。
I go past there on my way to work anyway. We decided to meet in Okinomiya. It wasn't easy to get there from Hinamizawa, but I had to hurry. I couldn't run into Keiichi as he was heading there himself. I recalled that the key to the hag's motorcycle was in her secret drawer. The hag usually got driven around for public events, but when she had her own errands, she rode on her motorcycle. Keiichi, I assumed, was going to ride his bicycle. I tried to get to Okinomiya before he did. Keiichi arrived quite a bit later than me. Oh yeah, so this is the 80s and they didn't have... So he couldn't know that she called from the mansion and not Okinomiya.
They didn't have caller ID back then. Yeah.
Keiichi arrived quite a bit later than me.
Hey, you want to watch? I wish creators would still control the placement of their ad rolls. I don't know if you could do that on YouTube. On YouTube, I don't have ads. I never put ads. If there are ads, that's because I got hit by the copy strike bug. So, yeah. So I don't put ads on anything. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be involved in that. I'll just get supers and memberships and do it that way. I'd rather do that than have people watch ads about erectile dysfunction medication. Or that stupid fucking commercial.
Oh, Ozempic.
Fucking hell, I hate that fucking commercial. I hate any commercial that ruins a good song. It's always these fucking medical commercials. Most ads now are AI scam shit. On YouTube, I can believe it. On Facebook, I hear that there are a lot too from the videos I watch.
They deep dive into Facebook boomer book plays.
And they they ruin everything there. There's like AI scammer videos about how, you know,
oh, I'm a poor person making this really expensive looking artwork. Would you buy this for me? Oh.
You know what I saw too? I saw a channel and I reported the channel actually. That was making fake AI police videos. Yeah, not really disclosing that they were fake. That shit could cause people to think some type of way. So. I should come up with a theme, with a jingle for VTC. We need to come up with a jingle. There's a demo to a game where you can come up with music and stuff. Maybe I should use that. I'm gonna use that and then see how that goes. No, give up. Women are bad at Higurashi. Yeah. Yeah, we've lost the art of the jingle. We need jingles again. We need good jingles. I don't want to do... I don't want to do the whole take a popular song and take that melody and use it as the VTC jingle. I will be fucking mad if anybody does that. VTC. Hate it. Hate it. Whatever. I don't care. It's always bad at Higurashi. Yeah, because I get distracted.
Keiichi arrived quite a bit later than me. Motorcycles are faster, after all. There were hardly any traffic lights to worry about on the way here either.
ミオンと違ってシオンは待ち合わせ時間を守るな。
Wow, Mio never keeps her appointments.
しみじみ。
I mean, honestly.
お姉を標準にされるといろいろと困ります。
Making my sisters a standard for everything will get you in trouble.
ん？ 少しフラフラしてないか？
You're a little unsteady.
お前も夕べは寝不足だろ？
You didn't get much sleep last night either, did you?
隠しても無駄だぞ。
Don't try to hide it.
で、 学校を早退したに違いない。
Don't try to hide it. You definitely went home from school early.
残念でした。
Oh, too bad.
私はそもそも今日はずる休みしてますので。
I've been home all day from the beginning.
私、お姉より要領いいですから。
I'm smarter than my sis, after all.
おいおい、
Hey now.
学校をずる休みするのを要領いいとは言わな
I
いと
don't
思う
think you can
ぞ。
call playing hooky smarter.
じゃあ、先に用事を片付けます？
You should finish your errand
時
first.
間もそんなにないですから。
We don't have that much time.
図書館へ行くんですよね。
We're going to the library, right?
ああ、頼むよ。
Yeah, thanks.
お袋の借りてる本の返却期限が今日までらしいんで。
My mom had to return some books by today.
図書館は遠いのか？
Is the library far?
すぐ近くですよ。
No, it's right nearby. I mean it when I said we didn't have much time. I had to hurry a little. I was just going to talk to him on the phone, but I ended up coming all the way to Okinomiya. After our talk, Keiichi...
Somebody's trying to knock on my door again. Now we need a hologram of Michael Jackson to sing VTC. No! I don't want to do that. I don't want to sully Michael Jackson's music. No, thank you. Or the Jackson 5. No. I'm gonna come up with something on my own. Don't tell my boss though. I want it to be a surprise.
After our talk, Keiichi would slowly head back to Hinamizawa on his bicycle. I'd have to rush back there while making sure I didn't run into him. Otherwise, I couldn't make it on time for the meeting. Maybe I could be... Let me stretch. Maybe I could be a little late, but since I needed to hear everything they were going to discuss, I didn't want to be. This was the Shishibone Public Library. It was sizable, filled with a collection of moldy, smelly books. But they did have air conditioning, and it was quiet. It was the perfect place for when you wanted to be alone. After Satoshi-kun disappeared last year, I came here a lot to think about various things. This was where I first met Takano-san. I didn't want to run into her with Keiichi in tow. But then I remembered that she was already dead. The first floor of the building was occupied by government offices. The library itself was on the second floor, so we had to walk up a huge staircase to get there. I tasted cool air on my skin as soon as I walked through the automated door. Unlike outside, it was very quiet in here. The room temperature was both comfortable and suitable for books. I could smell the scent of old pages.
どこの図書館も似たようなもんだな。
All libraries smell the same.
Keiichi walked up to the return table after he said so. Because it was a weekday, there was hardly anyone around. It really was very quiet. I was going to chat about some ordinary things, and then move on to the main subject. After Keiichi returned to the books, I invited him into the inner section of the library. Keiichi knew Mion well, but he didn't know me at all. He showed an interest in our life story. This was exactly where Takano-san told me about the true history of Hinamizawa a year ago. I was about to tell Keiichi about things that were very similar to that. Did God have a sense of irony?
言われてみれば、
Now that you mention it,
例のおもちゃ屋も親類の人が経営してるみたいだったな。
that toy store looked like it was managed by relatives as well.
そういえば、エンジェルモートも親類の人が経営してるんじゃないのか？
Does that mean they operate Angel Mort too?
I told him the reason why the Sonozaki family was so powerful in this area. I assumed that since Keiichi came from the city, there was a good chance that he couldn't even begin to understand how one old family could literally control an entire area. Unless I explained to him how powerful the Sonozaki family was, he wouldn't understand what kind of danger was barreling toward him.
特に金融、不動産関係は強いですね。
The family is particularly strong in finance and real estate.
あと、商工会議所の役員も何割かは、その崎姓かその親類がついてます。
Even a lot of members of the Chamber of Commerce and Industry either have the last name Sonozaki or are their relatives.
沖宮一帯を評伝に市議会議員と県議会議員にも園崎がいますし、
There are Sonozakis in the city council and the prefectural assembly too, since they have the Okinomiya area giving them strong electoral support.
ちょっと待て。
Wait a minute.
なんだかすごい話になってきたぞ。
This is all is it escalating? Yeah, escalating. Yes, escalating pretty quickly.
沖宮の町中に親類が経営する店があって、特に金融不動産に強い。
Your relatives operate shops in downtown Okinomiya, and they're especially strong in finance and real estate?
しかもその上、商工会議所の役員の何割かが親類で、しかも地元選出の議員までいて。
On top of that, a lot of the people in the Chamber of Commerce and Industry are relatives. There are even some elected to official offices.
Keiichi can't handle politics.
Nope.
Good.
Keiichi counted on with his fingers. He was clearly surprised to hear all that about the Sonozaki family. It seemed he was flexible enough to accept even something that sounded outrageous to him. He was starting to understand things, although slowly. The way he viewed Shion Sonozaki was changing little by little. That should be enough background information. Now, I could go on to explain about Mion Sonozaki, the successor. Then I'd change the subject, like Takano-san did with me. I'd go on to talk about the curse of Oyashiro-sama, and then the series of mysterious deaths.
ひょっとして、園崎家ってこの辺り一帯じゃすごいんじゃ。
The Sonozaki family, it's pretty famous in this area.
Ah, shit! Good night, Gail. Thanks for being here.
Baka.
I'm about to finish soon. I'm getting tired. I'm stumbling over words. I haven't done Higurashi in such a long time. My stamina's down.
Yup.
すごいんです。
Crazy, isn't it?
He's back.
A fat man with a cigarette suddenly cut into our conversation. Oishi. Oishi? Why was he here?
どうも。
Hello.
こんにちは。
Konnichiwa.
今日はデートですかな？
Are you on a date today?
羨ましいですね。
Ah, what I would give to be young again.
そうだと思ったら邪魔しないでほしかったですね。
If you thought we were on a date, then why are you bothering us?
おいさん。
Oishi-san. What timing? It couldn't be a coincidence. I knew this man too well. He was crafty, sly, and clever. His presence here just can't be a coincidence. Did he see us somewhere in town and follow us? But why? Did he need something from me, Keiichi? Or perhaps the both of us? From what I could guess, I didn't think it was me that he wanted something from. It was almost like he was trying to keep Keiichi away from me. Oishi was aware I gave false testimony to protect Satoshi-kun last year. Maybe he didn't think he could talk to Keiichi if I was around. Why did Oishi need to talk to Keiichi? It must be about the incident from yesterday. I'm sure there were plenty of plainclothes officers at the festival, so they had to have seen who was last with the victims. In other words, Keiichi and me. But Oishi knew I was hard to deal with. That was why he was focusing on Keiichi at present. Why did he have to show up at a time like this?
前原さんでしたよね。
Maibara-san, right?
あなたもタフな人ですね。
You're one tough guy.
園崎姉妹を二股かけるなんて。
Two-time in the Sonozaki sisters, are you?
いや、そんな二股だなんて。
No, I'm not two-timing anyone.
Keiichi looked at me, hoping for assistance. He blushed. The way he panicked reminded me of Satoshi-kun. That aside, this wasn't going well. Oishi might even start talking about my relationship with Satoshi-kun. I didn't want him to, nor did I want Keiichi to have any preconceptions. Oishi took a quick glance at me. His eyes told me something. He was purposefully talking about the things I'd rather not talk about. He was basically telling me to leave, or he'd continue on to something that was worse than what they were currently talking about. He didn't use words, but his eyes clearly communicated that anyway. Damn that big fat weasel.
ごめんなさい、ケイちゃん。
I'm sorry, Kei-chan.
私もうバイトの時間なんです。
I really do need to get back to my job.
え
Need to go to my job. Ugh.
Huh?
あ、そうなのか
Oh, you do?
I realized that I wouldn't achieve anything like this, even if I stayed longer, so I used my part-time job as an excuse to leave. Oishi looked at me and grinned. Damn it. He won today, but I'll win next time.
そういえば、今日はシオン、何か話があるんじゃなかったのか
Wait, didn't you have something to talk about today?
なんなら、
Shion?
うん、また今度。
Yeah, but I'll see you later.
バイトが終わったら電話します。
Oh, I'll give you a call after I'm done.
夜なら電話大丈夫ですよね。
It'll be okay to call you at night, right?
ああ、
Yeah,
大丈夫だと思う。
probably okay.
じゃあ、今夜電話しますので、その時に。
Then I'll talk to you later tonight.
じゃあ。
Bye.
Oishi is really the harbinger of bad times, yes.
The hag's motorcycle had become my primary means of transportation. My next stop was the staff meeting at the Furude Shrine's assembly hall. It was easy to imagine how a normal meeting would play out if it were just celebrating the end of the Watanagashi. But today's staff meeting was likely going to be as strained as the Sonozaki family councils. Yes, this staff meeting was going to deal with the heart of Hinamizawa. I couldn't let my guard down, even for a moment.
Now we get to see the meeting. Woo! I'm so excited. Oh wait, I'm tired. I don't want to stop here though. I want to keep going. Oh my god. Hold on. I want to keep going. But I'm so tired. Oh! I should have taken. Now. Pause. Wait a minute. Let's see. Okay. Do I have it in here? I don't think I have it in here. Did I bring it in here? Hold on. I'm so bad at this. The scuff continues. Ah, yes. Okay. Do you see that? Do you see that Higurashi Sandy of Sawa in Higurashi style? Looky. Mite. Look at it! Isn't it cool? Hank drew it. Yeah. You know what else I'll do? Mite! Look, Hammy has one too! Look it! But yeah, look at mine first though. Look it. My favorite so far is Nemi's, but I don't think it's on the website yet. When it's on the website, I'll let you know. But I have merch at I keep chewing up my words today. Hold on. VentureTradeCo.com. Go to VentureTradeCo.com and you will see all the merch. You click on VTuber merch. It should be there. But yes, I am pleased with it. And the hats look so cool. No, 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 give up. Sawa has a Higurashi standee. Isn't it cool? Look at the style. It's so cute! It's so cute. I'm so happy with it. BB has one too. And I think Momkey's gonna get one, but they haven't drawn it yet. At least I haven't seen it. Yeah, so I have hats now. Yeah. Imagine going hunting in that boy hat. You going down to the fields looking for deer, and they see you in that hat, they'd be scared. I'd be scared. I'd be scared. Oh my gosh. A poi soldier. Laugh, isn't that hot? That yes. This is a sign of the apex predator. Ah, yes. Buy a hat for your hat. Yep. It's so nice. I'm so happy with the merch so far. Also, yeah, a lot of people. I think I recently got the Sawa plushie from Gimme Swag. They sent mine. They had to do some kind of they had to email me another tracking number. So if you please email them. Go to my post on YouTube and you will find the information to email them if you have not gotten it yet and need a new tracking number. The way I did it was they sent me a new tracking number, right? For the orders, and then I put in my email, and then I got an alert when it appears at my door. So, you're still waiting on yours? Have you emailed them? Email them. You sent an email, you're waiting for a response? Okay. Okay. If you reach out, they're responsive. Yeah, they were with me. But it took like 5 or so days. Yeah. There was something about like being held in China for some weird reason, and I didn't know if it was because of what it was. Like, I mean, it's not a big-headed Saladar. Like, what do you expect? So, yeah. Anyway, let's get back to this then. No, give up. We will stop this at midnight. Because I'm so tired, but I want to see what happens at this meeting at least a little bit. At least a little bit.
Okay, Mom, I'll go to bed.
I'm not going to bed. I rested for a while at the house, then left for the meeting. I walked up the long stairs to the Furude shrine. At the top, I saw some elderly men smoking in the front hall. Since they had a minor fire a long time ago, it had been made into a non-smoking area.
Ade, Mion-chan kai?
Is that Mion-chan?
The head of the Kimiyoshi family, Uncle Kimiyoshi, noticed me and waved. He must not have expected Mion to come alone. Normally, it would have been either the hag by herself or Mion tagging along as an assistant.
バッチャは夕べのあれ以来機嫌を相当悪くしちゃいまして。
Granny's in a terrible mood since the incident last night.
誰も近づけず布団にこもりきりです。
She's been staying in bed and won't even let me get near her. They all understood how troublesome she was when in a bad mood. They smiled bitterly in sympathy.
じゃあ今日はミオンちゃんが園崎家当主代行ということでいいね。
So, you're here as the Sonozaki family representative then?
お嬢さんから話とか聞いてる？
Has Oryu-san told you anything?
一応。
Sort of. What did he mean? Has Oryu told you anything? That line by itself didn't really explain much. The staff meeting was usually led by the mayor, the head of the Kimiyoshi family. And he'd asked me, as a substitute for the Sonozaki family head, if I had heard anything from her. I then realized who was supposed to lead today's staff meeting.
おじじゃなくて君吉さん、
No, Kimiyoshi-san.
今日の会合だけど司会私じゃないと。
Do I really have to lead the meeting today? According to the ranking order of the family councils, any substitute for the Sonozaki family head is above the Kimiyoshi family head. In other words, I'd have to lead today's meeting. There was no way I could do that.
大丈夫大丈夫。おじいちゃんがやるから。
Don't worry, I'll do it.
ミオンちゃんは座ってればいいよ。
You can just take a seat, Mion-san.
お嬢さんから聞いてる話があったら話してくれればいいからね。
If there's something you've heard from Morio-san, just let us know, okay?
村長、そろそろ始めますかいね。全員揃いましたね。
Kimiyoshi-san, why don't we get started? Everyone's here now. The smokers put out their cigarettes and went back into the hall. The tables were set in a horseshoe shape, and I was told to sit next to the chair reserved for the chief. The seat opposite mine was empty. Considering its location, it was probably for the Furude family head, Rika Furude. But somebody had said earlier that everybody was already here. Either Rika-chama had called in absent, or the empty seat was just a formality. Knowing the subject of this meeting, I don't think that the Furude family head would even want to attend. Even if Rika-chama actually attended, she wouldn't be able to say anything. All she'd usually do at the Sonozaki family councils was draw pictures on a notepad. She would probably end up drawing pictures in this meeting too. Besides, they probably didn't want her to hear anything unpleasant. In this way, the empty Furude family seat was easily explained. When everyone was seated, the head of the Women's Association served tea. She gave me an evil look, trying to tell me to help out. I got up and did so. After that, everyone fell quiet, and the secretary stood up.
それでは皆さん、本日は大変お忙しい中、緊急にお集まりいただきまして、誠にお疲れ様です。
Everyone, thank you for coming today on such short notice, despite your busy schedules.
それでは初めに、村長さんからご挨拶をいただきます。
Let's start with a few words from the mayor.
村長、どうぞ。
Go ahead, please.
座ったままで失礼します。
Please excuse me for staying seated.
ケンちゃんも座ったままでいいよ。
Ken-san, you stay seated too.
今日は平日の夕方にお集まりいただきまして、
Thank
誠にありがとうございました。また昨日は綿流しを本当にお疲れ様でございました。
Huh? Oh, it's Nunu-Naso! Hi! Hi! It's me, the evilest VTuber that ever VTubed. It is me, Sawagurebo-sama. Hi! How you guys doing? Was the stream nice?
Was it nice or was it bad? You can tell me. I won't tell her.
So, I'm playing Higurashi. Actually, you don't play VNs.
Actually, hold on, where's my glasses? Actually, you don't play VNs. You just read. You read them.
If you don't know, I'm a voice actor on the side, and this is how I practice. This is how I practice. Hi, welcome to the stream, baka. It was a wonderful stream.
Oh my, we got a liar in the chat. We got a liar over here.
No, it probably was a nice stream. USA! 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 Yeah, she likes Texas. I've been to Texas a couple of times. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it's fucking overrated. It's fucking overrated. And I'll tell you one reason why. The traffic, the mere fact that you need a car to drive around places that everything is so far away from each other is astonishing. Astonishing to me. I thought it was bad where I'm at. No, man. If you don't know, I'm from the Midwest. So yeah, it's bad. I went to Houston. Yes, I did. I did. How could you know? How did you know? The traffic is shit. And I looked at a fucking, I looked at a map. And it looks, your roads are so fucked up. It looks like a child threw spaghetti at a fucking map, at paper. And they were just like drawing the roads. It's so bad. It's horrible. It made no sense. Y'all drive fucking crazy in Texas. I've never seen off-ramps like I saw in Texas. And then they warn you. In Texas streets, they have like the little sign that goes,
You know, it's ice can form on the roads, and ice is slippery.
Like Texans don't know about ice? You don't know about ice? You don't know... Come on now. Don't be stupid. I actually live in Florida. I've been to Florida as well. I've been to St. Augustine, and I tried your alligator over there. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I didn't hate Florida as much as I should. I should hate Florida. I hear Miami is the new LA. There's a bunch of crypto bros and weird people that now moved into Miami. And they're making life a living hell. There's a lot of influencers now in Miami. And they're just horrible people. Like we didn't already know that. Florida can be terrible near coastal cities, yeah. I commend them on their... I don't want to say it's like a mixture of bravery and stupidity. They're like the Australia of the United States. That's what they are to me. I'm from... How do I put this time? I'm from Chicago. I just had to bite the bullet. I'll just say that. I've lived there for a long time, and I move around a lot, but yeah. Originally, I'm from Chicago. Oh no! You act like I just said I have cancer! Just shut the fuck up! Chicago isn't in a position to throw stones. Well, kind of. I've seen your traffic. I've been in it. Yeah. And it goes smoother. Go to Texas. Go to Texas right now. Go drive through Texas right now. It makes 0 sense. 0. You got a fucking expressway. It fucking works. Y'all, I don't know what the fuck. Whatever. I don't care. You can like Texas. I did like the barbecue. I did like a lot of this stuff that's there. They have a lot of cool stuff there. My condolences. I'm not dead! I'm not dead, okay? Whatever. Oh, good night, Nathan. Anyway, back to this.
Please excuse me for staying seated. Ken-chan, you stay seated too. Thank you for all coming today. Also, you did a great job.
Oh yeah, we already read that
お
part.
かげさまで本年も事故もなく大変な盛況のうちに終了させることができました。
The festival was a great success as usual. There weren't any mishaps.
祭りにも村中から大勢がいらっしゃり、本当に素晴らしい祭りになったものと思うとります。
Lots of villagers came, and I believe it went great on the whole.
来たの何人だっけ?
Let me see, how many people was it?
大本営発表だと5000人だそうです。
According to the Imperial General Headquarters report, approximately 5,000 people showed up.
Everyone laughed, except me.
今後もますますの文化の向上のために一丸となって頑張ってまいりたいと思います。
I hope we'll continue to work together to carry on this tradition.
よろしくお願いいたします。
I appreciate your cooperation.
Oh, okay. Clap, 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 clap. An applause with only 8 people doesn't sound so great.
それでは引き続き議事の方に入ってまいりたいと思います。
Okay, let's move on to today's proceedings.
本日の議事を君吉村長さんにお願いしようと思います。
Kimiyoshi will lead the meeting today.
承認していただける方は拍手でご承認願います。
Please applaud if you approve. Clap, 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 clap.
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
それではただいま万座でのご承認をいただきましたんで、君吉村長さんに司会を譲りたいと思います。
Then, with your approval, Mayor Kimiyoshi will take
よ
over.
ろしくお願いします。
Please, go ahead.
どうもケンちゃんお疲れ様。
Thank you, Ken-chan.
では司会を引き継ぎました
Let's
ので、
start now.
申し訳ない。カーテン閉めましょうかね。
Sorry, could you close the curtains?
Everyone closed the curtains nearest to them. The sun was still up, but with all the curtains closed, the room became very dark. The village chief explained the details of the incident, as well as what went on with the police. A police vehicle discovered Tomatake-san's body on its way back to Okinomiya last night. Oishi's special curse unit was standing by, expecting something to happen for the 5th time, so they responded quickly. Since Tomitake-san and Takano-san were rarely apart, Oishi got in touch with the neighboring prefectural police departments and asked them to look for her. As a result, they found a burned body of a woman in the mountains of the Gifu prefecture. And the body was identified as Mio Takano. Considering the circumstances, the police ended up labeling the incident as the fifth of the ongoing series of mysterious deaths. When he was finished, there was dead silence. I watched to see who would speak first. Nobody said a thing. Then, I noticed Kimiyoshi-san looking at me. Ah. This is where the head of the Sonozaki family would speak.
ミオンちゃん、
Ion-chan,
お嬢さんは何か言ってたかい？
has Oyu-san said anything about this whole thing?
Everyone looked in my direction. I was sure they could see the hag in me.
園崎家当主代行園崎ミオンです。
I'm Mion Sonozaki, acting head of the Sonozaki
本
family.
日は当主お涼に代わりまして出席させていただきました。
I'm here in place of Oryo, the current head.
よろしくお願いいたします。
Thank you for having me. I became Mion. I tried to become as cold, as unfeeling as the Mion I witnessed a year ago. That cold version of Mion was inside of me. That was me. I was her.
不幸にしてお社様のお怒りは5年目にも下されることになりました。
Unfortunately, the curse of Oyashiro-sama has come to pass for the 5th time.
大変悲しいことです。
This is deeply regretful. Everyone was held captive by my words. I wasn't a little girl anymore. The hag was speaking through my mouth. They all heard me and trembled in fear.
どうして今年もたたりがあったか
Does anyone know
わかる方はいますか？
why the curse happened again this year? After my question, everyone whispered to each other.
そう、
I will tell you.
西宮殿の金を犯し土足で聖域を踏み荒らして汚れを持ち込んだからです。
It was because they broke the rule of the ritual storehouse and desecrated the sacred ground within.
何いうことだ。
How dare they? Ooh. A few elderly men got up and yelled.
あ、本当にが。
Oh,
信じられんこ
I
と
can't
だ。
believe this.
腹渡引き裂いても、あ
They
二人が
deserve
来た
to
の
be
じゃ。
killed.
お社様、お怒りをお鎮めください。
Oyashiro-sama, please calm your anger.
なんてこと、なんてこと。
なんでこと、なんでこと。
おやしら様。
おやしら様。
これだからよそ者すっか。
This is why we hate outsiders.
なんも考えね
They
え。
just don't think.
ガクガクもないよ。
They're just too stupid.
あれすってれんこってなるね。バチ当たりどもんが。
They got what they deserved. It was their own fault.
The angry old men yelled, even as they trembled in fear. Their sudden change scared me more than a little. Even Uncle Kimiyoshi, who was usually so gentle and sweet, became like a demon of war, cursing those who broke the rule of the ritual storehouse. It had become like a raging ocean inside the assembly hall. Their yells spun about like a whirlpool. They roared, crashed, and howled. Even while doing nothing but watch, I could feel myself turning pale. Mion threatened me yesterday, and Kasai had been shocked this morning. What I saw before me was similar to that. Even the sweet and gentle Uncle Kimiyoshi was saying they deserved to die. I was fearful of the sudden change in those elderly men. More than anything, the fact that they all believed that those people deserved to die for trespassing is what terrified me. It wasn't just that, of course. The real thing I was scared of was that I was one of the people they wanted dead. In other words, it was almost like they were telling me to die of the curse. If they were to find out I snuck into the ritual storehouse, it was very possible that they would strangle me on the spot. Actually, they might not kill me that easily. By then, I was certain. The people in this room were true believers in Oyashiro-sama, just like the hag. They wouldn't hesitate to murder whoever made Oyashiro-sama angry on his behalf. Even if they didn't carry out the killing themselves, they would pretend they didn't see anything. Yes, not even if my head was cut off right in front of them. Everyone here would act in collusion and say, I never attended today. If they all testified that they waited and I didn't show up, I'd be demoned away. It would be far too easy for them to erase someone and have them disappear. There was no mistake. The people linking the hag and the curse were definitely here at this meeting. I continued speaking. I was Mion Sonozaki. I was on the side responsible for the curse. Therefore, at that moment, I didn't need to worry about anything. Nobody could tell the difference between Mion and me. That's what would keep me safe.
お静かにお願いします。
Please, be silent.
ほら、
ほら、
静かに
静かに。
Uncle Kimiyoshi helped me quiet everyone, but his tone was violent. He really scared me. Everyone gradually became silent.
西宮殿に忍び込んだ賊は4人。
In fact, it was 4 people who snuck into the ritual storehouse.
あと2人います。
2 more remain. People once more became restless upon hearing that, but Uncle Kimiyoshi yelled at them again, and they settled down.
富武さんと高野さんは分別のつくお年だったはずですからね。
Tomitake-san and Takano-san were old enough to be made responsible for their own poor judgment.
お社様のたたりが直ちに下りましたが、もう2人は子供です。
As a result, the curse of Oyashiro-sama fell upon them immediately, but the other 2 were simply children.
まだたたりは免れていますが、
The curse has yet to
何
fall
のけ
upon
じめも
them.
なく許されることはありません。
But there will be some kind of punishment. Everyone stayed quiet that time. They all had turned genuinely pale, trying not to miss a word I said. After all, they were all thinking that the kids I mentioned could be their own relatives or even grandchildren. They all wanted to know who they were to put their minds at ease.
その2人の狼藉者は Sonozaki Shion.
The other two who snuck into the ritual storehouse were Shion Sonozaki
そして前原圭一
and Keiichi Marabara. I could feel the air getting drier. It was so dry, it almost felt like it was going to start making a crackling noise.
園崎紫音は
Shion Sonozaki has
すでに
already. I couldn't even hear the old people breathe. I took a peek at Uncle Kimiyoshi, who was sitting next to me. He adored Shion as if she were her own. She were his own granddaughter, but she had been demoned away. I wanted to see how distressed and sad he'd look. And when I saw his face, I felt a sensation on my back, as if my skin itself were making a cracking noise. He didn't even have an expression on his face. Uncle Kimiyoshi adored me. I loved him, and I thought he loved me too. That's why I expected him to be saddened after learning I met with such a cruel fate. What was I thinking? The memory of his warm smile shattered inside of me. There was no way of describing the fear I experienced in that moment. In mere words, he had suddenly changed into someone I didn't even recognize. Uncle Kimiyoshi noticed me looking at him and spoke.
もう一人の前原圭一は
What about Keiichi Marabara?
まだです
Not yet. I had to take a deep breath and regain my composure.
西宮殿を犯した4人すべてにお社様はたたりを下されるでしょう
All four who snuck into the ritual storehouse will suffer the curse of Oyashiro-sama.
前原圭一も例外ではありませんよ
Keiichi Marabara is no exception. Chilling looks, cruel looks, emotionless looks, shrewd looks, and the looks of people who were about to snap. I could feel the demons chewing on my words while they stared at me with their sharp eyes. I could see some of them were sticking their snake-like tongues in and out. I could see flames in some of their eyes. They were memorizing the names of the intruder the curse had yet to fall upon. And so, the meeting went on. We were told not to tell the police too much, to report what they asked us, and to hold another meeting whenever something of significance happened. If something unexpected took place, we were to get in touch with either the head of the Kimiyoshi family or the head of the Sonozaki family for instructions on what to do. With those closing remarks, the meeting was over. It was already getting dark outside.
Oh crap, it's already midnight. I gotta go! So, do we think it's... Oh, did I read the manga? Have I seen the anime? No. No, I have not read the manga. I have not seen the anime. I am just going through the VN and voicing all of it. It is 1.5 million words worth. And it's been a journey. Oh my god, I'm gonna turn into a bumpkin. Maybe. Who knows?
Who knows?
Oh god, I gotta go to bed. So I want to thank you guys for being here. I want to thank you guys for hanging out and donating. And Higurashi, I'm gonna try to just do more streams of Higurashi. Maybe make a whole Higurashi week. A whole Higurashi month. Nah. I want to play other games too. Whatever, I'll try. We gotta finish this at the end of the year. We have to finish this. We have to finish it. But yeah. Okay, so the merch is here. If you'd like to get it, go to venturetradeco.com. As you can see, look at the Higurashi standing. I'm so happy with it. I'm so happy. So, bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. 1,000 years, Higurashi. It's been 2 years. What's 2 more? Oh! Bye, everybody.
Baka.